What if I told you that the Knicks championship ceiling does not depend on Jalen Brunson, it depends on Karl-Anthony Towns, because right now, Cat is playing his best basketball of the 2026 season and it's happening at the perfect time. 5 straight 20-point games, 23 plus per night in this stretch, over 56% from the field and nearly 48% from 3. And here's the scary part, he's finally figuring out Mike Brown's system. That's the difference. Earlier this season, it wasn't clean, the fit looked clunky, the aggression wasn't consistent, the shot volume dipped and fans were frustrated. But now, he looks decisive, he looks assertive, and he looks comfortable. And if this version of Cat is real, the Knicks are not just a tough playoff out, they're legit title contenders. Let's break this down the right way. This season under Mike Brown has been different. Brown runs a read and react offense, less rigid sets, more flow, and more decision-making responsibility. And early on, that wasn't always great for Cat. His season numbers right now, 20.1 points, 11.8 rebounds, 47% from the field, 36% from 3, and 14 shots per game. For an all-star offensive big, that's low. His usage hovered around 26%, touches were not always deliberate, and there were stretches where he would have 2 points by halftime. You could see it on film, he would space to the perimeter, wait, read, and hesitate instead of dictating. And when he did force the issue, offensive fouls, bad angles on drives, and timing off on screens. This wasn't at all a talent issue, it was rhythm. Brown even said earlier in the season that Cat needed to read those moments better. Translation is that you have to be aggressive within the structure, and that adjustment takes time. Now meanwhile, the Knicks were still winning, still top 3 in the East, but it felt like something was missing, because when Cat is passive, the offense shrinks. When Cat is decisive, the floor explodes. Now let's talk about what's changed. Post All-Star break, he's a different player. Versus Chicago, 28 points, 11 rebounds, 5 threes, and 11 fourth quarter points. Versus Houston, 25 points, efficient, perfect from 3, clutch buckets. 5 straight 20-plus games, but here's what matters more than the raw numbers, the attempts. He's up to over 15 shots per game in this stretch, that's the key. He's not waiting anymore, you can see it. He's setting higher screens, rolling harder, quick decision pop threes, immediate attack on mismatches, no pause. No second guessing, and in a read and react offense, speed of decision is everything. He's no longer thinking, he's reacting. And when Cat reacts confidently, he's unguardable. Against Chicago, watch the fourth quarter. They try to drop coverage, bang, pick and pop 3. They then switch a smaller defender onto him and then immediate seal, quick hook, and they stunt at him from the wing, one dribble, strong finish. That's not forced offense, that's controlled aggression. Now look at Houston. He spaces high, pulls the big out, Brunson gets a driving lane, defense collapses, kick out 3, that's gravity. That's offensive architecture, and suddenly the Knicks offense does not look cramped anymore, it looks layered. Here's what makes this even bigger, his defense has quietly improved also, and he had 3 steals versus Chicago. He earned Defensive Player of the Game honors from Brown. He's switching cleaner, he's not overcommitting on closeouts, he's protecting vertically instead of swiping down. And when he's locked in defensively, the Knicks' net rating jumps significantly. This is the version of Cat that changes playoff math. And because scoring alone does not win in May, two-way reliability does. Now look, right now the Knicks are sitting at 37-21, top 3 in the East, top 3 offense in stretches. But the real question all season has been, what's the ceiling? Because Brunson is steady on most nights, Mikal gives you balance, the depth is solid, but Cat, he's the swing piece, he's the X factor. If he is a 20-point efficient scorer, you're competitive. If he's a 25-point aggressive, decisive, and double-double machine, then you're dangerous. Look at the East. Cleveland has size and scoring, Boston spacing and versatility, and of course Detroit is what they are. You don't beat those teams with hesitation, you beat them with matchup problems, and this version of Cat is a matchup problem. When he's popping confidently, you can't drop. When he's rolling aggressively, you cannot switch small. When he's decisive in post steals, you can't stunt late. He forces defensive decisions, and playoff basketball is about creating dilemmas. Tonight is a measuring stick. Cleveland protects the rim, they defend in layers, and they contest threes hard. If Cat stays aggressive, 25-12 is on the table, and if that happens, the narrative shifts again. Not are the Knicks contenders, but are the Knicks peaking at the right time, because timing matters, and right now, Cat's rhythm is aligning with playoff positioning. That's dangerous. If this stretch is real, Cat averages 24-26 in the playoffs, and if he does, the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals at the minimum. Because you can scheme for Brunson, you can crowd wings, but a confident, decisive Karl-Anthony Towns, that's the X factor. Knicks Nation, this is what we've been waiting for. Not flashes, not talent debates, consistency, aggression, fit, and if this version of Cat is sustainable, the ceiling just changed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Cat the X factor for a championship run? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.